Welcome back. We're now in our sight singing section, so I hope you have your book ready. We are on page 10, exercise 14. So that's where we finished off last time. And just before that, there's a little note about how to sing staccato. So staccato is when we cut a note really, really short. So imagine that the note is hot and you don't want to touch it. Boom, like that, okay? So, not that I would advocate touching anything hot, but you know what I mean. So we're going to have a look at this exercise, and you can see that we have some notes with little dots over them or under them, and that means that we sing those notes really short, okay? We still have that sense of beat, but the note doesn't get held for the full value of the beat. So it basically almost like halves its value, I suppose. Okay, so we're going to start with part 1. I would like you to sing this on your own. I will sign for you. We're still using do, mi, and so. And this is your do. There's do, there's mi, there's so, do, mi, so, mi, do. Are you ready? Let's do it. I'll give you the metronome beat. 1, 2, do. Right, so there are quite a few quavers there, which hopefully you just jump straight into that. I didn't give you any warning, but let's sing it together, okay? There's your do, ready, and do, 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 do. Me, 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 so, me, so, me, so, me, me, do, do. Did you notice how I used the staccato there? Right, part 2. Let's have a go. We're also starting on do. Okay? Ready, 2, 1, 2. Do. Okay, no me's in that. Did you notice? No me's, just do's and so's. Right, let's do it together. There's your do. Ready, and do, so, do, so, do, so, do, so, do, do, so, do, do, so, do, do, so, do, do, so. Good, well done. Right, we're going to go straight into singing the 2 parts. So I will sing part 2 first, and while you sing part 1. And we're both starting on do, okay? Are you ready? 1, 2. Do, so, do, so, do, so, do, so, do, do, so, do, do, so, do, do, so, do, do, so. Swap around. Here, part 2. 1, 2. Do, 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 do. Me, 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 me. So, me, so, me, so, me, do, do. Well done. Okay, I think we have time for one more here. So let's look at exercise 15. So it says stretch out the quarter notes for a full beat. So in complete contrast to what we were doing before, where we were cutting those notes really, really short, making sure now that we sing this with the notes having their full value, okay? So there's no staccato indications here at all. So everything is as it's written. We've got a couple of quavers to look out for, and we've got that same rhythm as we had before, where we had ba 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 ba. Okay, when we have a quaver and then immediately followed by a crotchet. Okay, it's still in the same key, so we've got the same do, and we'll just sing this through together. So we'll do it once on your own, okay, and then we'll go straight into singing it with me. Okay, so for exercise 15 we have a slower beat. Okay, you can see at the top it tells us to sing this slowly, so we're going 1 2 3 1 2 3. There's your do. 1 2 3. Do. Okay, shall we try that together? So nice long liquid phrases on this one, keeping every note its full value. There's your do. 1 2 3. Do mi so do 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 mi so 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 mi so mi do do so do 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 do. Good, well done. We'll just read through the last bit at the bottom of the page, and I think we'll leave it there, and so that the next time we start with exercise 16. But let's just have a look at what they're indicating here for us. So they're talking about octaves. So an octave is the gap between two notes of exactly the same pitch, right? So if you look at in the blue box, they've got low do and high do. Okay, so both of those notes are do. So as we know with music, sometimes we have a C that's written up high, another one that's written down low on the stave, and so on, whatever note it might be. In this instance, they're showing us a D. So this is what this note sounds like. So the bottom is do, and the top one is do. Okay, if you listen carefully, you should be able to hear that they're the same pitch, just a distance apart. Okay, let's try it. Listen again. Do, do. Okay, so that's an octave. Okay, it's a distance of 8 steps between one note and the other of the same name. And the next picture is another octave. So in this instance, it's an E flat, and we can see the low do is written on the bottom line of the treble stave, and the high E flat is written on the top space of the treble stave. And this is what these do's sound like. So there's your bottom do, that's E flat. There's the top one, do, do. Okay, so again, you should be able to hear that it's the same pitch, the same sound, just higher and lower. Okay, so they're asking you to have a go at singing these do's, for jumping the octave from do to do. Okay, so if you use your hands, do a low, physically a lower fist for the low do, and a high one up above your head for the high one. Okay, so you can tell your brain which one you're singing. Okay, up and down. Okay, so we're going back to the D, and we've got 2 beats on the first 2 notes. Then we've got a couple of single beat notes, and so on. So you should be able to sing that. You should be able to sing that fine. Right. So they're saying sing on da, but we're just going to sing on do because we're practicing do's, okay? Ready, do, 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 do. So one more time. Do, 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 do. Okay, good. So one of the things that I say to you when we're doing big jumps like that in music is just to be careful not to slide. So we don't want to go do. No. Okay, so it's a kind of almost a way of, but doing this, it's really helpful because you know what the interval is, so your brain's there before your mouth is. Okay, so it's quite useful to practice these as separate notes, so that when you come to sing them, you can make that that journey from one note to the other without kind of guessing where you're going to land, either at the bottom or at the top. Okay, so there's some other exercises there if you want to try those yourself. If you look very carefully at the second one there, that's got a mi as well. So that's going do, mi, do, or do, mi, do. Quite high. That's one for the sopranos. Right, okay, so it does say what to look for in exercise 16 where we're doing the high do's and the low do's. I'll remind you about that next time, okay? But that's just something to think about before we try the next exercise next week, okay? So let's leave that there, and now we're going to get on to singing a new song. Terribly exciting.